Alrighty, folks. So many adults get caught up in work and responsibilities and forget to make time for themselves. But hobbies can play an important role in helping with that. As we highlight Brain Health Month, we're discussing why adults need play or need to play too with counseling psychologist and Andre? Yes, counseling psychologist Andre Allen Casey. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome.
Very well, thank you very much.
When we hear the word play, many of us think of just children, and children need to play. But why do you think it's still important for us as adults to play as well?
I think one of the challenges that affect us as adults is that we forget that we need three environments: home life, work life, need to have a job.
That would be useful.
Yeah.
And a social life. And that's where oftentimes our hobbies need to find itself, where our social life is concerned. I think one of the challenges is that, unfortunately, most of our life looks like work and home, and then social life now is if we have the time. And unfortunately, because we don't make the time for our social life, then we become overwhelmed and depressed. And this is why we need to give more time or be more deliberate where our social life is concerned, so that one, we can find a hobby, so that we can feel better at the end of a day, so that we can be able to process what has happened to me, so that I can feel a whole lot more less stress.
Right.
So I can learn to ramp.
We love that.
Ramp everything.
Love our rampings. Let me ask you, so this work-life balance that we talk about, work-life balance, is really work, the life part is the social and the home. Is that
Yes,
the one?
yes.
Is that a thing?
Oh,
Does it
definitely.
exist? It's real?
It must be real.
Can be achieved?
It has to. You see, I'm going to say this, possibly can put me out of a job.
No, we don't want that for you. Remember,
No,
you
I'm just
have a job?
saying,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because if persons learn to have fun, because it is important that especially in our brains, that we release the cortisol, the stress hormone, so to speak. And that's where our hobbies come into play. So that the endorphins, the mood enhancers, which is the endorphin. And I'm saying here, because you're going to feel better at the end of the day. But mark you must have a hobby that you look forward to, because if you do not because your hobby cannot feel and be stressful, it mustn't stress you out. It is something that you enjoy doing.
It can't be a chore.
It cannot be a chore.
Yeah.
Okay. It comes natural for you to want to do it, but you must also look forward to it.
Right.
Once you have lost that sense of looking forward to exercise or execute your hobby, then maybe you are distracted by your pain.
Okay. And maybe you need a new hobby. Right, you need a new hobby. All right.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know, Taz, because you heard me tell Sir Andre that my hobby is watching TV, and he scoffed.
I don't think he
Are
scoffed.
some hobbies more equal than others?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so tell me about the TV versus playing tennis or even painting.
Well, or the doom scrolling for that
Or the
matter.
doom scrolling
Right.
on social media.
The thing is this, you have to understand and keep in mind the goal of the hobby. The goal of the hobby is not to stress you out. And so once you find yourself doing something that becomes overwhelming, and you are depressed at the end of it, then you need to get rid of that hobby. So a part of the question that you're asking me about, are some hobbies,
now I watch news, now I watch mindless TV that makes me very happy. I don't have to think. I
don't want to high five you, but yeah.
Okay. See?
No, seriously, some things, if news feel, I'm not saying we shouldn't, but if news feel, you can't use news as a hobby for us. Because some of the information that is going to share there, unfortunately, is going to make you feel depressed and sad and down.
Right.
Remember, the goal is for you to be distracted from your pain, not be attracted to your pain.
Right. Okay, so
your hobby is so good, Taz.
well, I guess so. I mean, exercising for me is my hobby. I used to run. I haven't done it in a while, but going to the gym, I would say, is my hobby or one of my hobbies. So you touched on some of the benefits in terms of, the mental benefit of it, the emotional benefit of it as well. And how can this then impact your brain health as you age? Because it is important for you to ensure that you have these hobbies, especially as you get older.
I think that's an excellent question, and I tell you why. More problems again. Meaning, you know the term miserable old man or miserable old woman? Sometimes that occurs because while during their transitioning, where life is concerned, they were too overwhelmed with stress and pain. And so the neuroplasticity in the brain that needs to forge a pathway that says, this is what fun looks like. This is what excitement, this is what pleasure looks like, okay? If that pathway is not forged and formed, unfortunately, our point of reference is always pain. And so we continue to
frame everything from that point,
frame everything from that standpoint. And so our brain doesn't even get an opportunity to forge a pathway. The neuroplasticity of the brain doesn't forge a new default that says this is what fun looks like in spite of the challenges that we are encountering.
But you know what, I want to ask you, Sir Andre, what have you found in practice? So we talk about miserable old man and miserable old woman looking back on their lives, but I feel like many of us are getting to miserable old man and old woman in our mid-age.
Oh, yes.
There are many people who are so miserable at 40 and 50.
That's correct.
Because adulting is...
Yeah.
Because they probably don't have a good hobby.
Yeah, probably.
Seriously,
Probably.
what do you use your leisure time to do? Because that's where your hobbies are most executed and exercised.
The person who said, I don't have any leisure time.
Find it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. All of us need these three environments: home life, work life, and social life. And so your social life is where you don't do work or home.
Okay.
And is that an equal measure? What's the prescription?
Oh, great. Excellent. My formula,
yes,
I'm not saying I'm correct, but my formula is when you're at work, 70% of you must be here, present at work. At home, 70%. So I'm not saying you won't have overlapping, hence the only 70%. When you in your social life, 70%. So even if home is calling you, listen, this is my time, this is my 70% time, so home must soon come, because I want to spend the time right here, calming myself down, doing things that makes
centering
me feel,
you,
center me, to make me feel better, to make me feel good. Because if I don't do that, then I come home with my stress or stressors.
Before we go, if for someone who would say, I don't have a hobby, I don't even know where to start, I don't even know where to look, how can they go about discovering one?
Well, you have to be a little bit more flexible.
Okay.
A lot of folks, unfortunately, are going to use this word, not a good word, anal. In other words, they have to, or paranoid, that's a better word, very, very paranoid. So for them, everything has to be structured. And they're very black and white. And so, or they want to control the outcome. I'm suggesting that you relax. And let go. And kind of go with the flow. And don't read into things, don't run ahead, because chances are you might have this experience over here that you may enjoy.
Okay. And don't be afraid to try new things too.
That's the point.
All right.
Get a hobby. What's yours?
My hobby? Oh man, too much.
Give me one.
My peace of mind. And so everything, because my peace of mind is so...
Cannot be a peace of mind can be a hobby.
Wait, no, because so it's my goal. So because my goal is my peace of mind, my hobbies then furnishes it.
Is watching TV on it?
Watching TV, yes.
Okay, so my hobby and your hobby. Give me one more.
Being by myself.
Yes. Oh, we have the same hobbies.
Singing. I love to sing. I can't sing, but I love to sing.
Sounds like karaoke.
No, man, by myself and, singing, listening to music.
See, but what I hear, interestingly, is that a lot of hobbies can be done alone as well. People think hobbies have to go.
No.
We'll find you at where?
20 West Kings House Road.
20 West Kings.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Audrey Allen Casey, counseling psychologist, here with us this morning. Get a hobby, everybody. It's going to make you happier. Second edition of News in 5 is next.